So I completed all of the infamous bounties in Red Dead Online, and I wanted to talk about what I consider examples of shallow mission design or just weak writing on Rockstar's part. So the following are all clips and examples taken from the 13 new infamous multi-target bounties from all over. I wanted to complete them all to see if there were any new hints or clues to finding out who the next legendary bounty might be. And then I ended up watching a Silent Core video explaining that they were done with legendary bounties, and I felt pretty dumb. Almost as dumb as when I went ahead and did them all anyways, so I could figure it out for myself and then review them. So here are some of my thoughts. For example, I just feel like you get a really good indicator of the depth that Rockstar's putting into their missions when you look at this cinematic. So they're half-assed. There are missions that are basically copying the mechanics from Moonshiner and Naturalist missions that are being pitched to you as bounty hunter missions. Like, I feel like you get a good indicator of the depth that they're actually putting into these missions when you look at some of the cinematics that are present here. Like, a lot of them are a little more than intro cinematics that don't even include any kind of real atmosphere or anything. Like, they're on par with the Naturalist cinematics. And the missions themselves are just rehashed content from other roles. Like, literally, you do Moonshiner missions for the sake of finding a bounty. You do Naturalist missions for the sake of finding a bounty. Like, it's recycled content. Here's another cinematic that's absolutely crucial to the storyline. Also, you'll note that he talks here about paying off a debt or paying you off so you don't take his bounty in, but it's just nothing. It's just meaningless dribble. It's the same with, there's an allusion during the Bo Finley mission about how there's money hidden around the ranch or the camp. And if you talk to him, he says there's nothing except his own suit that's valuable. So I could be wrong. Like, maybe there's some hidden plot or arc or storyline, but I've done the mission a bunch, and as far as I can tell, it's all just dialogue that means nothing and there's no consequence to it. At the climax of two of the missions, like the final mission, the final target, you just wind up doing an escort mission that's the exact same format as Caravan escort mission. The Valentine's Bounty finale is the one that features the most dialogue, and it references both the cult and the coming legendary bounty. It's, as far as I can tell, it's the only one that does this out of all of them. So while this is the poster that sort of incepted that idea into my head, it was a totally incorrect one. Here's a mission where you have to ambush two NPCs meeting for a poker game at Thieves Landing, which is cool conceptually, but why not have them meet at a poker table or animated? They have a cinematic of them riding up to the place, but then they just stand there, nothing happens. You're not convinced yet, right? You're not convinced yet that it's bad or lazy design? Okay, this one might do it. There are two missions that feature wagons that you're supposed to steal and use to sneak into enemy territory, where you're supposed to pick up the target and drive them to a location. The posters are the Wreckers in Annesburg and the Widows at Emerald Station. So as soon as you get to this second tier mission in the Wreckers, you steal this wagon, you meet this target, and you drive him basically towards Amsburg. And you come to a fork in the road where you can either go to Amsburg or go towards the mines. The first time I played through this, it was a cakewalk, and I took the target to Amsburg and thought it was cute, but I knew immediately I wanted to replay it and see what I could do / how deep it was. So the downside of this means that I'd have to wait 30 minutes before I could try the final target on this mission. Then I'd have to wait 30 minutes to do the other version at the very beginning of this mission, and then I have to wait another 30 minutes to be able to replay this mission. So I did exactly that. And then I messed up the cart delivery, and I did what any sane person would do. After waiting another 30 minutes, I redid the mission yet again, and this was the result of taking the cart in the proper direction. Literally the same thing happens with the other wagon mission. The NPC just jumps off, and you're not even able to tie her up or anything. Like, I don't know if there... Like, I would have thought there would be a result of going in a different direction, and just nothing happens. It's equally lazy and useless, and so I took out my frustrations on the NPC. Also, a further example of just lazy design choices comes in a mission where you have to search for a target in Van Horn, and until you search a clue location next to the fence, you literally will not spawn the NPC. So you literally have to go A plus B. Like, it's a small thing, but it's lazy. Like, it's not interesting. It's not a mystery. So this is just a personal thing. Maybe this is just me, but I particularly hate when a game puts you in a situation where you have to capture multi-targets as a single person. And now I know the solution is bringing in your teammates, but in this particular instance, I thought I was succeeding stealthily, only to find out that my targets then ran. I go after the target that ran the furthest, and then I lose another 2 targets. And then it's like, okay, not the end of the world. Maybe I'll get a chance to replay this bounty. When you return to the bounty board, it's completely, they're just gone. The one that got away is X'd out, the one that you captured is X'd out, and you just move on. You have no chance to redeem or make up for it. And the same thing happened to me with the initiates. The same thing happened to me for the butchers. When I go after, I kill 2, knowing that it's going to happen. I leave a 3rd one because he's surrounded by guards. I end up losing him anyways. And I couldn't bring myself to replay them. I replayed one of them for the finale that I uploaded, but I just, by the halfway mark, I was so uninterested in the story and uninterested in the mechanics of chasing down NPCs that run away even surrounded by armed guards, that it was just like, I couldn't bother. I could not, for the life of me, deal with it. An amendment to that I thought was funny was at least during the Xavier missions where a bear ate some of my targets so I didn't have to worry about it. Also, I wanted to give some credit to a cool kind of finale during the Jailbreakers finale or final mission featuring Addison Y. There's actually, like, he's a boss. Like, he's not like tough, but he has a boss intro. He actually brings some new units in. This one had a little bit more soul, but the depth still wasn't there, and it wasn't that interesting. As another example to that, the Xavier hunting party mission probably features some of the most dialogue in the game and even references Harriet, but ultimately amounts and means nothing. It's little more than like nods with no depth. You know, most of the missions don't feature really any dialogue whatsoever, and then one of them features dialogue featuring an NPC where he's got almost more dialogue than anyone else, and he basically just says, "I'll tell you where a guy is." You know, two of the finale targets are literally just in a cage, and you just go up to the cage at the end of the game. You know, with the initiates in the Saint Denis 3, like I don't know. It's just wildly like a letdown. Like I wanted more. I hoped for more, and it's just like everyone's been saying that there's way more depth and story in these missions, and I feel like the majority of the story just comes from the blurb you get at the start. Like unimpressed, unimpressed, and I can say that having done every single one of them. Like, if you think Red Dead Online is getting the treatment it deserves, you're naive, and if you think Rockstar is on the same par that they once were, you're completely wrong.